Okay, good afternoon to all. This is me, Sudhakar Krishnamurthy, founder and director of ANEH Scientific Foundation. First of all, I would like to thank you all for joining today. And on behalf of the ANEH Scientific Foundation and Organizing Committee of Skills Training in Research Landscape, welcome you as well as the speakers and all other members. So here, probably I'll introduce one by one in the coming slides. Okay, today program is the schedule of the today program. The first session will start with Prof Satheesh Krishnamurthy. He is going to cover about how to write the effective cover letter, CV, and resume. And follow that, Mr. Untitled Chapter from Molia Software Testing Private Limited. He is going to give a talk on mind models for research. This is very fascinating and very interesting talk. And follow that, I will give a talk on how to reach out to the social media, particularly about research dissemination. And fourth one, follow that, and Dr. Anandrath Sengani, assistant professor from Waseda University, Japan, is going to deliver a talk on research profile visibility. This is very important for the all early career researchers and as well as the faculty members. And follow that, Dr. Kumar Paliswamy from Intercom Group, who is also a co-founder and managing director of ANEH Scientific Foundation, is going to deliver a talk on how to grasp the industrial opportunities. And finally, the program in with Mr. J is going to deliver a talk on how to design effective website and particularly how to make a high visibility to the community. And the right hand side, you can see the program schedule. I think hope you all got the program schedule via email, and please stay with us and the whole program. And a very important thing, each session comprises with question and answer session. So after the session, please feel free to interact with speakers via the comment box. And also we parallelly are telecasting the entire session through the YouTube also. So please participate either here or the YouTube stream, and please feel free to interact with us and make this program more effective. And I'm glad to share that approximately 1,100 participants registered their interest, and really thankful. You can see the statistics, how they are from the different background, mostly from master's background and researchers and faculties and undergraduate students to sort of join. Really thank you all. And you can see the wide diversity of the participation from the entire globe, particularly the more number of students participate from India, China, and Europe, UK, and African countries. And this is very impressive, and this is encouraging us to conduct this type of programs in future. And I would like to call our first speaker, Professor Satheesh Krishnamurthy from Open University. Dr. Satheesh Krishnamurthy is a professor and chair of energy technology at the Open University, and also he is a fellow of Royal Society of Chemistry, and also a fellow of materials, minerals, and mining. And at the moment, he is chairing the energy technology within the Open University. And he is also vice president of Indian Chamber of Youth Entrepreneurs. So this is playing a key role in UK and connecting particularly UK and India young minds to start new ideas in the industrial area. Prior to joining the faculty in 2012, Professor Satheesh Krishnamurthy was a research fellow at Dublin City University and Trinity College, Dublin, Ireland. And he received his PhD degree from the University of Newcastle upon Tyne in 2004. Professor Satheesh research is focused on commercializing low-cost, commercial, viable nanomaterials devices for energy harvesting and storage. During his PhD, Professor Krishnamurthy has received the Overseas Research Scholarship Award for doing PhD. He was invited by former President of India, Dr. APJ Kalam, in the year of 2007 to discuss about nano initiative in India and social impact. It's a very important mission because those days, it's a starting point of what we are enjoying the nanoscience technology in India today. He has produced more than 70 international journal publications of high scientific impact journals such as Nature Nanotechnology, Advanced Materials, etc. He has 2 international patents and 2 more pending approval, and also is continuously, contributing the wide reach of public engagement and sharing his knowledge to the community via, the open school as well as the science festival and interviews in social interviews in the media. He has delivered more than 50 invited talks at several international conferences, and he has delivered inspirational lecture series for school students. So I think I can talk more about Prof Satheesh. We have a lot of fantastic credentials in his packet. But with this note, I would like to invite Prof Satheesh to deliver a first talk in this program. Satheesh, please, stage is on you.
Yeah, thank you, Sudhakar, for the kind invitation. And these are all close to our heart to give back something to the community. And we often see the missing gaps in the CVs and also the covering letters. So we always discuss about how we can make this better. And thanks for providing the platform to share our views. And thanks to ANEH for arranging this. I know that it's a very sleepless tasks work to gather people around and make sure that dissemination is effective as well. So I think I really applaud the selfless efforts which we have been putting over the so many years. So thank you so much for doing this. And so today I picked this topic because I have been seeing millions, not millions, hundreds and thousands of CVs over the past 15 years. And I see that the CVs and cover letter forms a basic fundamental things for any recruiter, or probably for us, like we wanted to see your key strengths and how you fit. But most of the CVs or cover letters is wanting in the sense that it missing key informations, why, etc., and why you need this. Sometimes they just say that, right, I wanted to apply for this job, or I wanted to apply for the PhD studentship, please accept my CV. That is not a cover letter. A cover letter is the one, like if you are going to any wedding or anything, you put your nice dress anywhere. Even you focus on the weddings, or even going to a movie theaters, you dress up really well. The cover letter is the one as dressing up onto the occasion, how to write, or exactly fitting. So when you are able to spend time for your other entertainments, the main function is to get a job, increase your career opportunities. That is where you are taking it lightly. So I thought that it's better, no, not taking it lightly, the exposure is not there. So I thought that it's better to share some of our views on how to write an effective cover and CV, and also I will give you some examples. Writing the cover letter. So in those days, before we start this digitized technology, we often have this, we see the papers and the ads, and then write the cover letter in a typewriter, etc. So that is a communication. That's where the communication started. And I'm pretty sure in another few years' time or few decades' time, the cover letter may go and take another form. A letter might even go and cover zone or cover mail, whatever it is, it'll come. So it is tend to come. And also portal, they will also, these days they are uploading directly onto the portal. So the portal can also, you can enter the information. So the cover letter may take a different version, but the ethos or the fundamental will remain the same. So in this lecture, or in this talk, I will do this shares. Presentation overview. The very important is why we need if it is a face-to-face meeting, I would have asked more questions to everyone, that why we need a cover letter, why it is so important. If put you are on the hiring manager's shoes, always you need to put yourself on hiring manager's shoes when you write a cover letter. So when you write, like if I am the hiring manager, I will receive thousands of CVs. Say, for example, one postdoc position I have put a few years back, or a couple of years back, I received close to about 300 CVs or 400 CVs. And the cover letter, so I will spend only like less than 5 minutes or even 3 minutes on the cover letter and the CV, and why you need to attract that. Else all your work will really get wasted if you don't spend time. That is the purpose of cover letter. And then the formatting, I'll go through paragraph by paragraph, what exactly needs to be done, and then things to keep in mind. What is a cover letter? A cover letter should complement your CV, which you do, the CV or resume, whatever you put. The cover letters are a narrative complement to CV. It should be brief one pager, not one liner. It should be brief one pager. And that helps to expand on your experiences you showcased in your CV or resume. Key to that is highlight your motivations for applying. So you do enough research. If you ask me, I have done enough research on the current universities or whichever universities I apply, including their financials, how they are doing, how much money they have to sustain, because I am going to stay there in that company for minimum 5-10 years. I wanted to make sure that I can sustain and they can sustain me. So like how much time you spend to buy a house, so you make sure that all the grounds are covered. It is the same like that. You need to make sure that you complete the entire research, either the PhD studentship or any other job you wanted to go, know about them and know their motivations and highlight your motivations in applying your jobs. That is another key aspects. Showcase your personality and the values. Any company or any professors, or in general, it is for undergraduates and then the masters, postgraduates, or even postdoctoral fellowships, or even academic positions, or any even entrepreneur company positions. They always see the values in you and your personality. You need to cover that somewhere. You can cover all these in one page. I will tell you after the end of this talk. I'm pretty sure you may be able to get, or if not, you can revise again. I'm happy to be contacted about this. What is the purpose of the cover letter? Cover letter should highlight your academic, why you are doing it, what you are doing it, your academic personalities, your professionalism, your personal qualifications. That is very important. Personal qualifications for this position of which you are applying. It should be exact fit. If there is no exact fit, you are not putting the cover letter, I think it is very difficult to pass through the first stage. It should not be, again, I refresh, reinstating, it should not be a restatement of your resume, so that there is no need for me to do this. Don't write too many things. Instead, you select certain experiences, highlight to the employers. Because of this reason, I have been doing this particular instances, and that as you can always carry forward. It is reflected in my CV, so that you are interesting the audience or the people. Oh, okay, he or she is talking about something. I would like to go and see the CV, what is happening there. You can, but not all the time you do this. You can do it in instances where you capture him or her. Okay, you might weave experiences together. Telling one experiences lead to another with evidences. Without evidences, do not talk about cover letters. Tell a story on this, and um, that bring depth and detail not covered in your CV. So all I am saying that it should not be the replica. Purpose of the cover letter. A compelling cover letters will say why you are applying, why them, and why you is this the question you need to ask. It's always like you cannot say that please give me a job. No, that is like you should not pacify people there. Okay, or please consider my CV. Yeah, you can say please consider my CV, but you cannot say that, yeah, please give me the opportunity, I will show well. No, you have to make sure that you are qualified, you are fit to be there. That is what hiring manager will look like. Okay, so for that you need to justify why you focus their attention, you most relevant compelling qualifications, what value will bring into the organization and also into the team, and also you have to say what value it bring to you as well. So three clear things you can say why you and why them. So always talk about in sentences or paragraph why you want to work with the particular person. Talk about them. Be sure match your tone with them. Say, for example, you might have some links or connections with people. You can talk about those. I have met you in this conference. I have met this. I'm really impressed with these things. I feel that your research is addressing something along the chain, value chain, which they are interested in. And all letters should be written in professional voice and focus. So you do not use a casual tone. Yeah, I will be doing this, I'm happy. No, use a formal language. Okay, because this is a formal position. And cover letters are just about, you are dry and expected to catch their attention, make connections. Making connections is very, very key. Why making connections is important? Tell me. Okay, it's like I can say that in the thing, in the face-to-face meeting. So as an individual, we always like to see people and talk to people, likely-minded people. That's how the connections develop. It's the same for job as well. You have to make good connections. The people who are hiring, they always like to have a cordial relationship with the employer. Okay, they wanted to have a cup of tea, have a nice conversations. So I'm happy to work with you. I can have a conversation with you rather than having a barrier. I don't like to have a barrier because the time is developing very fast. We are going out of face-to-face meetings these days. Everything is virtual. So I would like to have a really utmost sync with the person. So connection is very important. For example, if you are meeting people who have likely-minded attitudes, now IPL or sports is starting, so you love to talk to, say, for example, in cricket, if you pick Chennai Super Kings, there is a match here. I would like to speak to a guy who knows what is Chennai Super Kings. So you make the connections there. It is the same. I am doing the research in hydrogen economy or hydrogen energy. Okay, I know what is the hydrogen energy and hydrogen economy, how it leads to. You are immediately capturing that audiences. That forms the impressions. That impression is important. No, 99% of the cover letter lacks the ethos of impressions. The first impression creating is very important. First few lines. Particularly, this is very, very, very important for permanent academic positions. People who are postdocs and graduating to permanent academic positions, they fail to realize and address this. Okay, and what is so we learn from this person has something common with us that makes us feel positive. That positive energy is contagious, and certainly of being liked. We assume that someone who has a lot of common with us is more or like to like us, and in turn we are more likely to like the people if we think they like us. So it's, you are building the connections inside the CV itself. Right. Making connections. Okay. Again, I'm telling you, share a story. Three ways of making connections in this, in the cover letter. Share a story that you connect with their brand, their culture. Okay. Yeah, we can make a really cohesive story. Brand and culture. Brand, I mean, say for example, my brand is I work on energy and wastewater. So you pick that this is a really key topic, where 8 billion people in the world does not, I mean, 3 billion people does not have a continuous access to water, etc. How this research is very important, and I want to contribute to this research using different methods. I'm just giving you an example. So that brings immediate my attention. Tell them how you came to learn that they were amongst other competitors. Okay, demonstrate why you value them and why and the work they do. So all these three key things can be shrunk into 4 to 5 lines in a paragraph, and you can do that connections. And all you need is to spend time. Cover letter is, and I for my current job, I spent like the for writing the cover letter, it took me at least a week. It's not I'm not joking it, I'm serious. It took me a week because I have to do several iterations, give it to people, trusted people, make them the corrections, whether that. So these are makes the fundamental things. Then after that, you will be rocking. You don't need to do this. First cover letter is important, and get it right. What makes up a cover letter? So I said that purpose. What is a cover letter? Well, and now I'm going to talk about the purpose of the letter and what makes the cover letters. So always begin professionally. Okay, the professional is your name, your address, put today's date, name, title, organization, address, greetings, introduction of the paragraph, body of the paragraph, closing, salutations, sincerely, etc. So this is a really good cover letter. Be it in email, even if you write it in the email, put the same thing. Be well by saying who you are, first paragraph. Because if you don't say that who you are, and then straight away saying that please accept my CV for this position, I don't want to. I want to know who you are, why you are doing this. Okay, and that then the second paragraph, why you are the best candidate. Provide evidences. There you have to make connections. And the third paragraph, don't write no more than 3 paragraphs. Your ambition, how it aligns well with them. And finally finish that, in case, depending on the position and the title, etc., you can rephrase and fit exactly, you are the best candidate to fit this, and throw up that I would be happy for a informal talk and the conversations, and I'm happy that I'm pretty sure you would be happy to see my CV, and any questions, please feel free to contact me. That's all. So you are directly engaging and asking questions to the hiring manager. And as I said that, say for example, I wanted to give my name and Dubai, Kurukusandu, whatever it is, and then I'm writing to Steve Randall and put the address, etc. Professor Randall, dear Professor Randall. I'm not addressing to dear whom it may concern. No, this is very important. If there is a academic position or professorial position or even a managing director position in a company, there should be a need that somebody would have got this message, I need to advertise. So go towards those, identify who is the hiring manager. You can all, in this internet time, you can identify hiring managers, or at least use dear human resource or dear hiring manager, or find the name. That will make a fantastic link. So just to reiterate, opening paragraph, state the position which you are applying, where you found it, name drop it, okay? Name drop it, okay, and has a direct connections, and close with the hook. Academic, if your academic position used to the college, state the college you are attending, say for example undergraduate or postgraduate, and the relevant classes you have completed. So for PhD position, these are all my strong fundamental knowledge. Because if you apply for a PhD position in UK or Europe, it's only 3 years. So I would like to know whether the candidate knows the fundamentals. I'm not here to train you on the fundamentals. I assume that you know the fundamentals. So provide the evidences. Okay, if I'm applying for some energy storage or battery position, I'm very well versed with chemistry that is required. I know the materials. So I did this in the major, etc. Make the connections in the cover letter rather than saying this in a different tone, or saying that please accept my applications. That is very important. Then the body of the paragraph, connect your skills, characteristics, and then show your passion, and then conclusion with a formal closing, right? And then signature, your name typed, etc. What I hate to see in the cover letter, okay, and what I love, I told you. What I hate, it's like, to whom it may concern. No, you know that I have advertised. So write the name, specific names. So do your research, find the names of the people, put it there. Never repeat your CV or resume in the cover letter. Never ever do that. It should be different. The CV shows their academic credentials and the flow, what you have done. Cover letter brings the passion in you. Both are different. Things to remember: why, and then style, length, 1 page, maximum 3 to 5. I put maximum 3, I would suggest. Font, use the same font as the consistency across all the documents. I have seen people who use different, and people can even cut and paste American style and the UK style. They do change. Tailor and customize your cover letter for each position. Conclusion: why it matters, key elements, have a goal in mind. Why me and why them? Always ask this question. Spend more time on the cover letter. Be specific. Quickly, I will cover in 2 minutes before I finish how to approach a PhD studentship in case. So choosing a PhD supervisor is very important. And also the PhD supervisor also feels choosing a student is important. It is mutual. So don't think that if there is a position is available, I have to apply on this position because I need to get it. No, spend time on PhD supervisor, research on his expertise. What is his current research? What is his supervision experience? There is always a student's feedback somewhere or the other. And also, more importantly, know his personality. It's very important because PhD is such a philosophy of depression. It is depressing because you are trying to know more and more about less and less. That means that you are dwelling on it. So if you are dwelling on it, all you is like you are focusing more you forget about other things. It is, you're absorbing those energy. It is slight of depressing. Whether your supervisor will help you to push it across and make sure that the whole positive energy is there. So you need to choose all these things. Probably some of your other guys will cover this things. Research, I know this research expertise, the amount of research he or she does over the period of sustainable, they have a good research funding, they have a good profile. Check all those things, because you are investing your time and energy on them. So you put yourself first, not them. Okay, it's not that it's not that any position you should apply. Selective position, you are the best candidate. Now, always remember, PhD is original work, so you should show novelty, and you need to be mentored. All these things you can find it in university website, or even simple internet search, or even the papers which they say. To know about the current research, not the previous research interest. If you say about previous research interest, things are evolving so fast these days that you will be on the previous research and it may not even capture them. Okay, and always want to revisit the new methodology, or an enthusiastic student is what the PhD studentship needs. And then supervision experiences, check their supervisory experiences. How many do they give pastoral care? Do they have a student history? How much presentation skills they encourage their students, and also early career academics. Right. I'll just next couple of minutes. I think I have about 5 minutes. Then I'll do this and then open up for the question session.
Yes,
CVs. CVs is another very important thing, right? Stand in the recruiter's shoes. I always feel that you should stand in the recruiter's shoes. A powerful CV captures everything in one page. The very powerful CV. Next powerful CV is 2 pages or 3 pages. But for us, academic position is different. For lectureships or professorships, you have to write a really good story talking about your profile, and then evidences, citations in the journals, and also forget about impact factor. Impact factor is, at least in UK, impact factor is gone. We should not talk about impact factor of the journals, etc., because it's under DORA's scheme. We should not talk about that. Okay, so at least in UK. So in terms of recruiter shoes, what skills do you have to bring to the role? Your achievements, what you have learned from the work, and how you prepared for the job. Okay, preparation is very important. Do not be in a rush. If I am going to do the advertisement for a position, I would like to go too early to put your CV first. You are always have a time to pull it back and then update the CV by if you made a mistake. But if you apply for the last minute, you are done. Okay. Consider what you want to say before you start. Have a copy of the job description in hand, and then while you are preparing your CV, so that you are matching exactly the requirements. Good CV. How many errors you can spot in your CV? It's very important. I hate people making spelling mistakes. Seriously, because it's an important thing for CVs. If you are writing an academic paper, I don't want to do more work for you, because you have. So if I see a spelling mistakes or some kind of a sentence defragmentation, or you are not following the same font everywhere, it's a lot of work for me to sit with you. On top of science, I have to do this as well. So it is very difficult for me to engage you. Okay, so make sure that errorless CV, minimize the error. I'm not saying errorless CV, minimize the error. What to include: personal details, profile, education, employment work experience. I like hobbies and interests, because I don't want to see the complete academic things. The hobbies and interests will take away the stress and pressure in you. Okay, I would like to see this specific. Don't dwell too much on that. Show some examples, key skills, and then references. Top CV mistakes: spelling errors, too long. Definitely don't do this. Either you will be find out in the CV and cover letter, or in the interview itself. Once people found out that you are lying or you are making up things, I think you lost the race there itself. Okay, there is no harm in saying any interview or anything, I don't know. However, I'm going to try to address this. These are all critical things. People will accept and appreciate that, rather than lying. Okay, do not show lack of evidence or skills. Show that poor layout, glossy layout, putting your picture really big, and then where I cannot able to capture small fonts and suddenly big fonts. Those are all poor layout. And gaps in your work history. If you have a gaps in your work history, you have to justify why you had this gap. And but however, I am really skilled to do this because I did other things during the gap. So make sure that you fill the gap if you have gaps in your history. Without, I think I gave so many things to absorb. I'm happy to take any Q&A if you have in this time. Thank you so much again for the opportunity, and hope you have got something out of this. And if you have anything, please let me know. Thank you.